right, so I'm going to make this keto custard. I can't remember who just asked me, like literally just a minute ago asked me, and I forgot already what her name is, so I apologize. But she wanted to know how to make the caramel one and also the chocolate one. And I know I have made the chocolate on a video before, but I'm going to have to go find it. So I thought I would just talk about that one, even though I'm not actually making that today. I use the Premier protein shakes just because that's what I have on hand. I know that a lot of people use Quest. I heard about this custard from Tammy from Keto and the Chaos. She heard about it from a lady named Karen on her Keto and the Chaos Facebook group, I believe. So this is not my original recipe at all, but I really love it, and I'm glad that you all are starting to get into it too. You really need one of these kinds of containers. This one's a little on the small side, but it'll do. It just gets real high to the top. I like to use the bigger one just because it makes it super easy with mixing it. You can mix it with a fork, but I've found that it gets creamier and nicer if you use a mixer, a hand mixer, so I have one. So you're gonna have one of these. Okay, so when Tammy does it, she uses 2 eggs. I use 3. I just like it being a little bit heartier, I guess you could say. Maybe it's a smidge creamier. I'm not 100% sure. So for the caramel one, which I just tried for the first time yesterday, you're gonna want a caramel Premier protein. Now I've done this also with vanilla, and I really like the vanilla a lot. I think the vanilla might be my favorite because with this the vanilla and the cinnamon combo, it kind of gets like a rice pudding or horchata flavor, which I love. The caramel is really good too, but it's very subtle. You're not going to get a super strong caramel flavor unless you add caramel extract, which I don't have. So if you want that, go for it. The chocolate's pretty good as well. It kind of gives you a hint of chocolate pudding, but it's also not a super strong flavor unless you add cocoa powder. So if you're going to do it, I would suggest you add cocoa powder. So I just shake up the Premier protein. Pour it in the container. Can you see this? There you go, like that. And then again, I'm using 3 eggs. My daughter, when she makes it, she uses 2 like Tamara. And it has a bit of a different texture when you only use 2. So if you want to try it for the first time with 2 eggs, go for it. And then maybe you like it that way. I just do 3 eggs because I like to start my day out with 3 eggs. I think it's a really hearty way of doing things. And I also just kind of like the texture it gives the custard. I'll be right back because I got to rinse my hands off. Also, I forgot to say, sorry I'm in my painting clothes. I do have a painting project I'm working on right now, and I didn't want to take time to change. So yeah, I'm in my painting clothes. You're going to want to use pure vanilla. You absolutely have to check the vanilla in the when you're getting it in the store because a lot of them have sugar. This one just has vanilla bean and water and alcohol. So 1 teaspoon. When I'm trying to remember if the chocolate one I did a teaspoon of vanilla. I can't remember if I did that or not. And then I got the eggs, and then I'm just going to do a splash of the vanilla. Oh, by the way, I'm videoing. Yeah. Not the vanilla, a splash of heavy whipping cream. That's probably about a tablespoon. That version of a splash was probably a tablespoon. And then I'm not huge into cinnamon, so I only sprinkle a little bit. I know that Tamara uses like a teaspoon, I think. So I just sprinkle a little bit on top. So if you like more cinnamon, do that. And on the vanilla one, you probably will want to put a little more cinnamon than I did on this one. So this is what it's going to look like pre-mixing up. You can't really see, can you? Okay. Also, ignore my children in the background. I have 7 kids at home. We have 12 kids total. And yeah, oh my goodness, they're doing their own thing. Despite the fact that I told them I'm videoing. That's why a lot of because they're living life and they're just kind of doing their own thing. So, all right. So you can do this with a fork, and I did in the beginning, but I found it works a lot better with a mixer. So I'm gonna do that. Sorry, my phone keeps turning off. My phone hates me. So that's kind of what it's going to look like, but I'm just going to, you don't have to do it super long, just to make sure it's all incorporated really well, mixed together. Okay, so you know, like a minute or so or less. That was less, but you get the idea. And then I'm going to take this paper towel and cover the whole thing like that and stick it in the microwave for 4 minutes. So I know that Tamra and some other people who've made this talk about doing in intervals, so like cooking it first for like a couple minutes and then adding a couple of minutes and so forth. And you can do that. I've done that before too, and it does work a little bit better just because sometimes it kind of billows up a little bit in the microwave. But I'm just going to be lazy and I'm just going to cook it all for 4 minutes right away. I will be back. Our microwave is out in the garage, so I had to go out there. We have one in here, but it broke and we haven't replaced it yet. Let me talk about the chocolate one. So I'm not going to make a chocolate one today because I'm just going to have the caramel one, and I don't need 2 custards. But when you're doing the chocolate one, this is just not a chocolatey enough flavor. You're going to want to add cocoa powder in. I usually add about a heaping teaspoon, and that is really nice. I don't need my custard to be very sweet, so I don't add in sweetener, but I know that Tamra and others do. So if you feel like you need yours to be sweet, because it is sweet just from the Premier Protein, but it's not like super sweet. If you feel like you need it super sweet, you can add in some powdered swerve to your liking. Another person that makes these custards too is Marna she's Keto Marnie, the Keto Crocheter. But so yeah, Tammy from Keto and the Chaos is the person who I learned this from. I'm trying to remember if I put vanilla in my chocolate one, and I can't remember, but I don't think I do. Actually, maybe I do. I'm sorry, I will try and find that video. You could try it both ways. It's not going to hurt it or anything. I definitely do not put cinnamon in the chocolate one. I know that cinnamon can enhance the chocolate flavor. I do that when I make chocolate cake, but I just haven't done it in this. And the same with the vanilla is exactly the same as the caramel, where you do the vanilla Premier Protein, a teaspoon of vanilla, cinnamon. You'll want to do a little more cinnamon than I did this time. 3 eggs, a bit of heavy whipping cream, mix it up, microwave for 4 minutes. So those are the different ways. I know that Tamra has tried banana. I'm trying to remember, and I think peaches and cream. I think she's tried those versions too. And she's added like coconut to the banana one, and I think it was almond slivers to the peaches one. So there are a lot of options. And it's pretty good. You can have it warm, or you can put it in the fridge and eat it later cold. I like to have mine warm. It's very hot though, so be careful, don't burn your mouth. All right, I'm gonna pause this, and then when it's done, I'll just show you what it looks like, and then that will be that. And I hope that helps you, and I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what is your favorite flavor of keto custard, if you've tried this, if you have different versions of it, and so forth. I'd love to hear from you. This is what it looks like. A little bit jiggly, really hot and steamy. So you can eat it now. Woo, he's sliding all over. You could eat it now, or you could put it in the fridge and eat it later when it's cold, whatever your preference is. Like I said, I like mine warm. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will check in with you later on today. Okay, my daughter said I forgot to try it, and I did. It's really hot though, and I don't want to get burned, but this is kind of what it looks like, the texture. I hope that helps you. Doesn't want to focus. Ooh. It's so hot. It's really good. I like it a lot. You should try it. Let me know what you think of it. Thanks.